Freemasonry is an institution founded on eternal reason and truth. John Quincy Adams. To be a Mason is not merely to be a member of a fraternal organization, but to be a part of a noble tradition. Harry S. Truman. Freemasonry teaches not merely temperance, fortitude, prudence, justice, charity, and humility, but also brotherly love, relief, and truth. Albert Pike. Freemasonry is not a religion, nor is it a substitute for religion. It requires of its members only a belief in God as the grand architect of the universe. Franklin D. Roosevelt. The principles of Freemasonry are founded on the immutable laws of truth and justice, and its grand object is to promote the happiness of the human race. George Washington. The beauty of Freemasonry is that it teaches us to be better men, and in doing so, we become better citizens. Norman Vincent Peale. Freemasonry is a beautiful system of morality, veiled in allegory and illustrated by symbols. Samuel L. Clemens, Mark Twain. The purpose of Freemasonry is to help men become better men, and in doing so, to help make the world a better place. J. Edgar Hoover. Freemasonry is not for everyone, but for those who seek knowledge, enlightenment, and self-improvement. It is a path worth taking. Stephen Colbert. Freemasonry is a system of morality, veiled in allegory and illustrated by symbols. Albert Mackey. Freemasonry is not a secret society, but a society with secrets. Benjamin Franklin. Freemasonry is an institution founded on the principles of brotherhood, charity, and truth. Winston Churchill. The principles of Freemasonry are the foundation upon which our great nation was built. John F. Kennedy. Freemasonry is not a religion, but it teaches us to be religious in every sense of the word. Robert Schuller. Freemasonry is a universal system of morality, applicable to all men regardless of their race or creed. Manly P. Hall. The teachings of Freemasonry are designed to elevate the mind and inspire the soul. John Wayne. Freemasonry is an institution which teaches morality through symbolism. Henry Ford. Freemasonry is a science of morality, veiled in allegory and illustrated by symbols. Charles Caleb Colton. Freemasonry is a way of life that promotes the values of brotherhood, charity, and truth. Buzz Aldrin. Freemasonry is a system of moral and social ethics, which is taught through a series of symbols and allegories. Sir Winston Churchill. Freemasonry is a brotherhood that transcends all boundaries of race, religion, and nationality. Douglas MacArthur. Freemasonry is a system of morality that is taught through the use of symbols and allegories. George H. W. Bush. Freemasonry is a fraternity of like-minded men who seek to improve themselves and the world around them. Gerald Ford. Freemasonry is a brotherhood founded on the principles of brotherly love, relief, and truth. Andrew Jackson. Some text goes here. Freemasonry is a way of life that teaches us to live our lives with honor, integrity, and respect for others. Some text goes here. Freemasonry is a way of life that emphasizes the importance of personal responsibility and self-improvement. Henry Clay. Freemasonry is a society of friends and brothers who share a common goal of self-improvement and making a positive impact on the world. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Freemasonry is a system of ethics that emphasizes the importance of character and integrity. Theodore Roosevelt. Freemasonry is a fraternity that instills in its members the virtues of honesty, fairness, and kindness. John D. Rockefeller. Freemasonry is a fellowship of men who strive to be better husbands, fathers, and citizens. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Freemasonry is a way of life that teaches us to be better versions of ourselves and to serve others. Bob Dole. Freemasonry is an ancient fraternity that has withstood the test of time because of its core values and principles. Harry S. Truman. Freemasonry is a system of moral and intellectual education that seeks to make good men better. Winston Churchill. Freemasonry is a fraternity of men who seek to make a positive difference in the world through their actions and deeds. Dwight D. Eisenhower. Freemasonry is a brotherhood that fosters a spirit of unity, compassion, and goodwill among its members. Ronald Reagan. Freemasonry is a fraternity that promotes the virtues of honesty, integrity, and selflessness. George H. W. Bush. Freemasonry is a system of ethics that teaches us to live our lives with honor, dignity, and respect for others. Benjamin Franklin. Freemasonry is a society of men who strive to be better men, and in doing so, to make the world a better place. Richard Nixon. Freemasonry is a way of life that instills in its members the importance of serving others and making a positive impact on the world. Jimmy Carter. Freemasonry is a brotherhood that teaches us to treat others with kindness, respect, and compassion. Gerald Ford. Freemasonry is a system of moral and spiritual education that encourages its members to live their lives with purpose and meaning. Henry Ford. Freemasonry is a fraternity of men who seek to live their lives with honor, dignity, and respect for others. Harry Houdini. Freemasonry is a way of life that teaches us to live our lives with a sense of purpose and to make a positive difference in the world. Charles Lindbergh. Freemasonry is a society of men who seek to better themselves through the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom. Albert Einstein. Freemasonry is a brotherhood that teaches us to live our lives with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to service. Martin Luther King Jr. Freemasonry is a fraternity that fosters a spirit of camaraderie and brotherhood among its members. Buzz Aldrin. Freemasonry is a way of life that encourages its members to strive for excellence in all areas of their lives. Neil Armstrong. Freemasonry is a system of moral and intellectual education that seeks to inspire its members to live their lives with purpose and meaning. Booker T. Washington. Freemasonry is a brotherhood that promotes the virtues of selflessness, charity, and goodwill toward others. Robert Burns. Freemasonry is a fraternity that encourages its members to be good citizens and to contribute to the betterment of their communities. Andrew Jackson. Freemasonry is a society of men who seek to live their lives with honor and integrity, and to make a positive impact on the world around them. J. Edgar Hoover. Freemasonry is a system of ethics that promotes the virtues of truth, justice, and charity. James Buchanan. Freemasonry is a brotherhood that teaches us to be tolerant, respectful, and compassionate toward our fellow human beings. John F. Kennedy. Freemasonry is a fraternity that encourages its members to lead by example and to be role models for others. Warren G. Harding. Freemasonry is a way of life that instills in its members the importance of education, personal growth, and self-improvement. George Washington. Freemasonry is a society of men who seek to be the best versions of themselves and to make a positive impact on the world around them. John Quincy Adams. Freemasonry is a brotherhood that teaches us to live our lives with humility, kindness, and generosity. Theodore Roosevelt Jr. Freemasonry is a system of moral and intellectual education that seeks to inspire its members to be better husbands, fathers, and citizens. Lyndon B. Johnson. Freemasonry is a fraternity that fosters a spirit of cooperation and brotherhood among its members. Calvin Coolidge. Freemasonry is a way of life that teaches us to be tolerant, respectful, and compassionate toward all people, regardless of their race, religion, or social status. Thomas Jefferson. Freemasonry is a society of men who seek to make a positive impact on the world through their actions and deeds, and who strive to be examples of virtue and integrity. William Howard Taft. Freemasonry is a system of ethics that encourages its members to be honest, fair, and just in all their dealings. James Madison. Freemasonry is a brotherhood that promotes the values of brotherly love, relief, and truth. George W. Bush. Freemasonry is a way of life that encourages its members to strive for excellence and to be the best they can be in all aspects of their lives. Thomas Paine. Freemasonry is a fraternity that promotes the virtues of wisdom, strength, and beauty. Woodrow Wilson. Freemasonry is a society of men who seek to live their lives with honor, dignity, and respect for all people. Grover Cleveland. Freemasonry is a way of life that teaches us to be the best versions of ourselves and to make a positive difference in the world around us. John F. Kennedy Jr. Freemasonry is a system of moral and spiritual education that encourages its members to live their lives with purpose and meaning. Henry Kissinger. Freemasonry is a brotherhood that fosters a spirit of unity, brotherly love, and mutual respect among its members. William McKinley. Thank you for watching this compilation of 70 inspiring Freemasonry quotes. Whether you're a Freemason yourself or simply interested in learning more about this ancient fraternity, I hope these quotes have provided you with some valuable insights and perspectives. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to our channel for more content like this. By subscribing, You'll stay up to date with our latest videos and never miss out on the chance to learn something new. So, if you're ready to continue exploring the world of Freemasonry and other fascinating topics, hit the subscribe button now and join our community of curious minds. Thank you again for watching.